back to my YouTube channel. My name is Allison Clark and I'm a senior portrait and wedding photographer based out of Southern New Hampshire, and I'm also an educator for those who are just starting their own photography businesses and want to learn a little bit more. This week I wanted to chat with you guys about something that I've been getting a lot of questions about lately from a lot of beginner photographers saying like, how the heck do I handle payments? And this is a super, I want to say taboo. I don't think that's the right word, but I guess taboo topic. Like everyone's like, oh my God, how do I ask people for money, right? And it's super tricky, especially when you're first starting out and you're not used to asking people for money for your services. So I just wanted to chat a little bit more about how I handle payments, what my system is like, and how you guys can implement this into your own businesses to handle payments so that you get to profit without making things awkward. I want to start off this video by disclaiming that I use HoneyBook. I know a lot of people use different client management softwares like Dubsado or 17 Hats, but I use HoneyBook. If you don't already have a CRM, definitely look into it. I'll link a little code in the description below so that you can get your first year for 50% off. It is my saving grace in my business. It has allowed me to cut down a ton of time that I used to spend behind my computer doing admin work. I don't do that stuff anymore. It has allowed me to automate a ton of my workflows, send questionnaires, handle payments, send contracts, brochures, all that jazz. It is absolutely amazing. And so if you don't have a client management software at the moment, or you're looking to switch to HoneyBook because you're in a different one right now that you don't like as much, definitely check out that link in the description below and get your first year for 50% off. But without further ado, let's get into my 3 tips. My first tip is to always require a retainer fee. A retainer fee basically just ensures that you're not getting burned later on. Let's say this happened to me a couple times in the beginning of my business, that you show up, you have a senior session scheduled for 5 p.m. and you show up and it's a beautiful day and you're so excited and you're in the parking lot and you text your senior that you're here and she doesn't respond. And you're sitting there and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. And now it's 5:15 and the session was supposed to start at 5 and you still haven't heard from her. She still hasn't showed up. And you're like, what do I do? Do I stay or do I leave? She's not here. So that happened to me and it was 5:30 and she finally responds and said that she totally forgot her session was that day and that she was off somewhere else doing something. And so then all of a sudden I lost that afternoon. I lost a day that was absolutely beautiful, bluebird skies that I could have been shooting, that now I was gonna make $0. So definitely require a retainer fee to protect yourself from those kind of situations, so that you're only getting clients that are serious about booking you and serious about getting their photos done. And it keeps you from getting burned if they all of a sudden forget to show up or I don't know, something comes up and all of a sudden you can't shoot that day. At least you have this non-refundable retainer that at least you get paid for holding that date. And even though you're not rendering any other services, you at least got something for holding that date for them. This is a super easy thing to ask for if you use HoneyBook, because in their invoices, you can set up I can't speak today, I'm sorry. You can set up a payment plan. So what I basically do is I require 25% upfront and it's due on the date that I send the invoice. And then the remaining 75% is due on the date of the shoot. So I always put in those dates and then I just send along the invoice and I say sounds great, you're in my calendar. All you have to do is pay this retainer fee and then we can get to the fun stuff. And they can even set up the second payment to be set to auto pay. So if they don't want to have to remember to go into the invoice on the day of their session, they can set it to auto pay and it'll automatically go through on that day, which is super helpful. My second tip is to set up some sort of automated payment reminder that appears it's not coming from you. So what I like to do is I like to remove myself from the idea of money. So I want people to remember their experience with me and how fun I was and how comfortable I made them feel, and not that they just paid me hundreds of dollars for a session, because that kind of keeps it from being a friendship and it keeps it more in the business relationship standpoint, and I want to make it feel like a friendship. So I try to keep things business and friendship separately, and so I set up automated payment reminders again through HoneyBook. And basically what happens is if someone forgets to pay, I can just click the remind button and HoneyBook sends them a reminder that they have to fill out their invoice. So it's not signed from Allison, it's completely from HoneyBook, and it kind of removes me from the like, oh crap, I forgot to pay this girl. So I like to handle payments in that way, so then it kind of takes away the awkwardness. I'm not asking for it at the end of the session. It's all online, and I don't have to worry about being at the end of a shoot, be like, oh, okay, like, hope you had a great time, but where's my cash? So I really like to use that system and handle them all online and send those payment reminders that are not from me, but from HoneyBook. I find that helps me keep the friendship there and lets us kind of leave the session on a high note and not have to worry about the money. My third tip is to consider credit card transaction fees when you're pricing your services. So as someone who collects payments over HoneyBook, which are transferred to my bank account through Stripe, I get charged, I believe it is a 3% transaction fee for every payment that goes through. So what I do is once I calculate how much I want to make per session by doing out my cost of doing business, I might find that let's just, for this easy sake of using numbers, let's say I want to make $100 every session, but I know that with the 3% transaction fee, I'm only gonna make $97 for that session. So if I want to make $100, I should price my sessions at $110 so that I'm still profiting the amount that I want to even after the credit card transaction fee has gone through. Again, I prefer to do everything online through HoneyBook invoices and handling credit card payments through that instead of taking cash and check at the session, just because I think it helps, again, remove me from the whole idea of payment. But you can do whatever you would like to do, but those are just my 3 tips for handling payments in a way that doesn't make you feel awkward and ensures that you still get paid on time and in the amount that you deserve. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Leave a like if it was, and make sure to subscribe if you want to be notified next week when I come out with my next video. Also, if you are a portrait photographer and you haven't snagged my free download yet, make sure to hop into the description below. I believe it's called Posing with Confidence, 6 Tips to Help You Slay Your Next Session. It's all about how to pose your clients in a way that makes you feel confident in what you're doing and also makes them feel confident and make them feel comfortable in front of your camera, which is huge for client experience. So definitely snag that if you haven't already. It's jam-packed with content and I don't want you to miss out. So click that link if you want to get your free download. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok under the username Allison Clark Photography. I post on there daily, whether it be on my stories or posting TikToks. So definitely don't miss out. I post tons of educational stuff there, as well as just little sneak peeks into my life and tidbits from sessions like behind the scenes. So definitely hit me up there under the username Allison Clark Photography. And let me know in the comments below if you guys want anything specific in future videos. If you have something that you want to learn that I haven't covered that you'd like to learn from me, definitely let me know. I would love to make any videos that you guys are looking for. I want this content to be helpful for you, and I want it to make sense for the information that you need. So definitely let me know in the comments below what you want to learn, and I'll make it a video. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all next Friday.